Hi everyone, welcome to Piggy Q&A. I'm Liz.
I'm Joseph.
And we're volunteers at the Gold Coast Guinea Pig Rescue. And last but not least, this is Pepper Pig. Hi Pepper Pig.
She's having so much fun right now. Anyway, these questions are from Instagram and Facebook. First question is from Violetta Rampage. Why are guinea pigs so cute?
Because they're so piggy. Just look at this piggy perfection. Because they're basically so guinea and yet so piggy.
Yeah, I think Pepper's answering that question well. No? Okay.
But didn't you have a scientific answer to this question?
Well, the more scientific answer would be that they've got big eyes, big heads, small chins, and they're kind of big and round and fluffy. But, I mean, really, you don't need science when you got that. It's just, look at it. Look at it.
Question 2 from Maltese Terrier Cindy and also Dino and Theo. They both asked the same question, which is, do you toilet train your pigs or how do you toilet train your guinea pig? And the answer to this one is simple. No, we do not train our guinea pigs to go to the potty. And this is basically because it is theoretically possible, but only to a very, very limited extent. If you observe your guinea pig really closely and you find its favorite corner, you might be able to put like a litter box in there, and maybe 50% of the time your guinea pig will do number 1 and number 2 only there, but the rest of the time it will probably be all over the cage. Some people find that their guinea pigs are kind of very persistent in this one corner and they don't really poop and pee anywhere else. Some people who have their piggies free range and sort of roam around the apartment or the house, they notice that piggies only poop and pee in the cage. However, this doesn't represent the majority of cases. So basically, I would suggest do not spend too much time on it.
Ours are at least trained enough that they don't pee on us. Like, they generally get fairly agitated if they're sitting on us. Like, if she starts getting agitated, we'll know that she wants to... Actually, she doesn't. The other 3, if they start getting, I need to go somewhere, then we know that they need to go back into the cage because they want to go to the toilet. And if we don't take them quickly enough, they will just go wherever. But, yeah, we don't toilet train them. And your best bet is just hope they want to poo in the one place.
Your very best bet is actually acceptance.
Yeah, just come to terms with your piggy's very, very, very bad bladder control. Next question. This one's from Facebook. It's actually, how do you tame your guinea pigs?
How do you tame your guinea pigs, Joseph?
With a lot of time and patience. You really can't rush it. Anything you want to do with your guinea pigs, like if you want to hand feed them or if you want them to like purr when you're picking them up and patting them, you just got to really take your time. They are prey animals. You are much larger than them. Your hands are very scary. And you got to basically take baby steps. Like if you want to hand feed them, don't start by just shoving your hand in with a handful of food. Put it next to their house, let them eat. Then over the next couple of days, move it further and further away from the house so they have to come out to eat. And then eventually leave your hand in there with the food and they'll eventually all come up and eat out of your hands. We actually found 3 main pigs, Anna, Tim Tam, and also like 3 first pigs that we got from when they were babies.
Main.
Took a while. Yes, main pigs. The original trilogy of pigs took a couple of weeks, but Peppa Pig, because she was already an adult, she was already used to people, it was a couple of days before she was used to the new house and the new people around her.
I would also like to be real smart here and provide an inspirational quote, Albert Einstein. And I'm going to say that if you judge the fish by its ability to climb the trees, you will think that fish is stupid. Guinea pigs are actually very intelligent creatures, but if you try to judge them by sort of doing weird tricks and jumping through the obstacles, it's probably not what they naturally tend to do. Some pigs will be talented for that, but in the majority of cases it's just not their natural behavior. And if it's not a natural behavior of an animal, it's really hard to encourage them to do so.
So just be calm, be quiet, be patient. no sudden movements. Don't terrorize them. Also, they will probably, like, no matter how used they are to getting picked up, no matter how friendly they are, they never ever like actually being picked up. It's just not. Yeah, she is used to us, but she's not enjoying herself there.
Also, when you pick up a guinea pig, support its guinea butt.
Always support the backside. Very important. Okay, next question is from Zoe LWS. My guinea pig doesn't drink a lot of water. Is this normal?
Yes!
This is perfectly normal.
Probably means if your guinea pig is not like handicapped and just lying in the corner, probably means that you're feeding an adequate diet full of vegetables, occasional fruit, and salady goodness.
They don't really need to drink. They usually get most of their water out of their food. We have 4 pigs and they maybe drink a quarter of their water bottle in a week.
Which is around 150 mils when full.
Between 4 pigs.
But in saying that, you must always provide a source of clean water, preferably a bottle, because they tend to sit and pee in every bowl you put in the cage, and water bowl is not going to be an exception. Just because you never know when they'll get a little bit too hot or a little bit too thirsty, or maybe you feed some solid vegetables with lower water content these days. So please always make sure that you wash your water bottle and that clean, fresh water is always provided to little piggies.
Yeah. And last question. How do you get your guinea pig to not mind baths as much?
This one is from Facebook.
This one's actually, from what we can tell, your pig's either going to hate it or they're not going to mind as much. General tips are warm water, not cold, not hot, just kind of nice and warm. Don't have any higher than their feet, basically. It really shouldn't come up past their joints on their legs. And try not to have running water. It's like, put some warm water in a jug if you need to pour water over them and pour it out of that. We found if you have the tap on very gently, you can kind of run it straight onto their back. Again, like very, very, very low pressure, and they don't seem to mind as much. It does seem to be mostly the sound of water splashing, but just try to avoid running taps is basically the best you can do. And maybe have 2 pigs in at the same time.
Some people say that it helps them bond because they're basically scared together. Yeah. So they naturally snuggle.
If you've got two pigs that are fighting, you can actually just throw them both in the bath. Like, just a little bit of water. Don't literally throw them in the bath. And because they both don't like what's happening, they'll kind of group together to get away from you and the bath.
Also, tip of the day, place a non-slippery mat or a piggy bed or a towel at the bottom of the bath and
just
cover
something
it
they can
with
walk
water.
on.
Yeah, because they prefer a little bit of extra grip, and this way they can grip with their little piggy feet and they're not as anxious about the whole I can't get out thing. At least they can stand firmly and they don't slip and not as scared. They will hate you though.
They will always hate you. They
Provide
don't like
a
being
lot
washed.
of food afterwards.
Oh yeah.
And also dry them after they're
Dry
washed.
them immediately after being washed. Anyway, that's it for our first Q&A session. We hope we've answered your questions. If you have anything else you want to run by us, please feel free to drop us a line on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yeah, please subscribe everywhere. All the accounts are displayed.
All the accounts will be displayed here. Please find us and like us and follow us and subscribe to us and
give us love.
And we'll see you next time.